So first of all, I just want to start by saying that I do have a sparking video in mind, but just know depending on how long my hard drive holds out, because yeesh. But with that aside, I want to talk about Dragon Ball and specifically Goku and what he means to me from growing up with the funny dub on Toonami and how the interpretation of the character helped me grow. I want to preface this by saying Dragon Ball and by extension Dragon Ball Z and even GT were not my first anime. That was Yu Yu Hakusho. Shout out to my Uncle Ted for introducing me to anime through Yu Yu Hakusho. I wouldn't have watched DBZ without being introduced to Yu Yu Hakusho, and I want to say I was dropped in when Goku got to Namek, and the way he pulled up to save his friends from danger caught my attention fully. If I could compare it to something, I would say it's like when Proof of Courage plays in Mega Man Battle Network 3. It resonated with Kid Me a lot. I felt like I was confused, so I did go back and watch DBZ to get a lot of context. I was eventually all in on DBZ. Yeah, I was one of those kids who did the Kamehameha when Goku did. When he needed energy for the spirit bomb, my hands went up. The experiencing DBZ back then, and then coming back to it now, something that sticks out in small ways is something that comes to the characters. They have these different layers and perspectives of interpretation through dub and sub. Dub or sub, these characters aren't insanely complex, but they do got their added layers. But looking back on the show, I never noticed how some things were given different perspective that helped me understand what they're like through the different languages. And of course, we're going to be talking about the character in question for this video, Son Goku. Now, speaking on this as a fan of the Dragon Ball franchise, I can assume we all know who Goku is and what he's like. Good-natured dude with a sense of adventure. From Dragon Ball to Z to Super and even throughout GT, this is a consistent aspect to him. He's never one to not help someone, but is still kinda selfish. I mean, that saying nature will yearn for him to fight, but there's a deeper meaning to it, so let's get into that. It's about pushing himself the furthest and hardest. He'll always be ready to fight someone who's even the slightest bit stronger just to see where he is, and because it's fun, and of course, in most cases, it's to stop that person if they just happen to be bad, you know? Even in the most dire straits though, he will not put things in the right order. An example being on Namek when he was fighting Frieza, he says this.
Don't do it! Huh? Oh?
Goku, is that you?
Tenkaichi, please make a change in your wish.
Goku, how can you be listening to us and fighting at the same time?
Tenkaichi, don't have the dragon send me back to Earth. Ask the dragon to send everyone to Earth except for Frieza and me.
Any normal, regular-ass person is probably turning their head like, what in the actual fuck, my guy? What are you doing? But even Vegeta would have probably been like, hold on, let Kakarot cook. Because Vegeta knows what conquering the strong is all about. Even if he's never, taken a major W, I'm just saying. I'm just fucking around. But hey, if you want what Vegeta means to me, let me know, because trust me, I'll make that. I can actually talk about the good things about Vegeta and the things I like about him. Even going off of that one example from the Frieza saga, we know that he will not let the means to box with someone strong pass him up, regardless of the situation. But why did he do that? What sparked this? Well, going from the end of the Saiyan saga, this was about using the Namekian Dragon Balls to resurrect his dead friends. And when he got there, he immediately saves his best friend and son from a rejected villain Sentai group. I mean, seriously, look at them. That's exactly what the Ginyu Force are. Can't tell me otherwise. And then he gets his body stolen by their leader, in a moment of him being weakened and need of medical attention. He then saves Vegeta from getting his body snatched by tossing a frog in the way. After doing so, Goku says this. Hey, this is editing Sosuke. I just want to point out that I clearly fucked up somewhere. I swear there was a scene of Goku saying, Ginyu can't hurt anyone anymore now that he's a frog. Like, something along those lines. I cannot find the scene for the life of me. So, you know what I'm trying to say in this scene, like, you know what I'm trying to say here, but, like, I'm gonna need you to, like, for a moment, just ignore that part that's missing and just, like, look at the filler footage, because I cannot find the scene for the life of me. I don't know where the hell it went. I swear it existed at one point. Goku isn't genuinely gonna kill Ginyu unless it's a last resort, and in this case, he had another way to do things. This was seen as an act of weakness by Vegeta, but it's more than that. It's kindness. Yes, I understand Ginyu was on the bad guy's side, and realistically, Goku should have killed him, and I really think he should have been packed up. But Goku shows if the bad guy can't hurt anyone anymore and they can be left alone, then it's all good. That kindness is still there. Goku throughout the fight with Frieza, even after his transformation into a Super Saiyan, was willing to help Frieza. But it is what it is. Frieza took that kindness as weakness, and I want you to understand something. Let's go back to the very beginning of the fight when he turned Super Saiyan. What did Goku say to Frieza?
Allied to good! Nightmare to you!
Okay, yeah, that line is kind of Superman as fuck, but it works here in a lot of ways for Goku. He didn't call himself a hero, but he essentially told Frieza, hey, I helped the good and you gotta fucking go! But even then, I see this as an act of heroism. Age-old adage of not all heroes wear capes. To be a hero is to fight for good even if you have underlying selfish reasons to do so. I've never seen Goku as Japanese Superman. I've always seen him as a hero through his actions. He's not one of my favorite anime MCs, that's Ichigo from Bleach. Yet, Ichigo I don't see primarily as a hero. But that's a conversation for a different day. I see Goku as one of my favorite anime heroes, simply by what he does. He protects those he cares about and by extension the weak who can't protect themselves. That's a hero to me, and he also gets to have fun doing it. In his pursuit of strength, Goku always ends up having saved someone or fighting for what's right. His constant training and building up strength to climb higher and higher is an act done for himself, because he said it himself.
Tell me, Goku, why do you seek even greater strength than you have already? Wait, don't tell me. Do you want to become a destroyer god?
What was that? Don't think I'll take this threat lying down.
No, that's not it.
Why would I just want to sit around all day?
Okay, that was uncalled for.
The tournament of power opened my eyes. You saw those fighters. There's no way I can stay at the same level I'm at right now. They got me all fired.
However, that doesn't mean the strength can't be used to do good. After all, he's found himself using that strength to help a friend from a destroyed future, to save his friends and son one last time from the imminent destruction of the Earth, or an imminent threat to all because
Because if I don't... Who will?
time and time again, Son Goku to me will always mean to push yourself and never give up, to protect those you care about, to use your power for good and give it 200% when you do, to never forget where that strength comes from. He may not be a hero in practice, but his actions make him one in my eyes. And that to me is all you really need. If you can tell just by how I was talking, Goku means a lot to me. He's one of my favorite anime heroes for a reason. He imparted a will to never give up. Through all my hardships in life, I kept pushing because he never gave up. He never gave up fighting King Piccolo. He never gave up fighting against Majin Buu. And he still to this very day hasn't given up. Through the Tournament of Power when he fought Jiren, those moments of him after that spirit bomb turning back on him, he unlocked a new height of power that's inspirational to me. He hasn't ever given up, and I sure as hell won't. As you can tell, this was more so a personal project, but if people want me to talk more about characters that mean like a lot, that help shape who I am, I definitely will. Because I got a lot to say. There's so many people out there in anime who have helped shape the person that I am. But until then, I've been Wandering Sosuke. Want y'all to be easy, take care, have yourselves a damn good one, and of course, as always, stay gold. Jana.